Hello to anyone out there watching this video right now who might be a hardcore fan of the world of Avatar The Last Airbender or is a new fan coming into the franchise for the first time. Today we are going to talk about everything that you need to know before going into watching the new Netflix adaptation of the classic animated cartoon. To any and all benders and non-benders of all four nations, welcome to Uncle Iroh's Tea Shop, the Jasmine Dragon. Find yourself a seat, grab some jasmine tea, and enjoy the video. Like with my recent videos, let's see if we can now hit a goal of 250 likes on this one. We are now just 3 days away as of this video coming out from the show dropping, and I can't lie to you all, it is so weird to even say those words out loud and hear them come out of my mouth. There was a time where I really thought that the show would never get made, but here we are now. So as I just said, the video is meant to break down many of the different things that the world of Avatar is comprised of, and for the most part, this video is meant to be an introduction to a lot of new fans out there who might be coming into the franchise for the first time because of this adaptation. Someone a while back on one of my community posts even mentioned that I make a video idea out of this. Hardcore fans who grew up with the cartoon like I did already will know a lot of these things, but at the end of the day, it is always good to look back on what truly made that cartoon such a classic and fun piece of television. And also, if there are any fans out there who believe that there is something else that they'd like to add into what should be known that I don't mention in this video, by all means, let me know what that is down below in the comments, and let's have a conversation with each other and just talk all Avatar. Try your best as well to not make it a spoiler-like comment and closer to Season 1 and what fans should probably expect from Season 1, or again, if it's just in general about Avatar as a whole. A lot of what I say in this video will be more general and of course based more in talking about what Season 1 is, given this show is adapting Book 1 of the original. Also, for those wondering who saw the thumbnail, yes, this video is kind of inspired by what Starship Troopers did all those years ago in the original 1997 film, where they do the whole broadcast feed and tell people about what's going on in the world and give them updates. A classic and very fun movie that I recommend everybody go watch, but that is not what we are here to talk about, so I digress. So the first thing we have to talk about is what the world of Avatar The Last Airbender is about. Avatar is set in a world where people called benders are able to manipulate one of the four elements between air, water, fire, and earth. They do this through the action of bending, which is heavily inspired by Chinese martial arts. In this world of bending, there is only one person who has the ability to master and bend all four of the elements at the same time, and that person goes by the name of the Avatar. He or she is a person that serves the people of the world in a way that helps to maintain peace and harmony through all four of the nations that represent each element, that being the Air Nomads, the Fire Nation, the Earth Kingdom, and the Water Tribes. The Avatar also, in his own way, is a person who is able to serve his own personal responsibilities of bridging a gap between the physical world of all these nations and also the spiritual world that only he or she can go into. Would you like to know more? To speak to the particular story of this world, in the case of Avatar The Last Airbender, it is following the adventure of a little kid named Aang, who is an air nomad and the next in line to take up the mantle of the Avatar. After learning of his responsibilities that would come with that role of being the Avatar, he fled away from his home and was never seen again. After this happened, not long after, a sad and unfortunate 100-year war was started by the Fire Nation against all other nations. Aang's people of the Air Nomad Nation were completely killed off in a form of genocide, given that the Fire Nation knew that the next Avatar was an Air Nomad, and killing him would mean an ultimate win to the war, especially given that the Avatar would be the only person to stop them. Little did the Fire Nation know, Aang did not leave the world completely behind, and 100 years later, after being lost, he was uncovered and found by two people named Katara and Saka of the Southern Water Tribe. In the first season of the show, Aang begins his travels with both Katara and Sokka to start their journey in which they help him try to complete his destiny of learning all four elements and defeating the Fire Nation once and for all to end the long and costly war that has destroyed the world. Would you like to know more? There will be some fans out there who are new to this show who might want to learn more about what inspired a show like this to be made and where the influences come from. Predominantly, the series is very notable for being heavily inspired by Asian art and mythology, especially with regards to martial arts, which is the essence of the bending and the action in the show. Other than martial arts, the show is definitely inspired by themes of religion, tribal cultures, colonialism, genocide as already mentioned, imperialism, oppression, philosophy, and also very heavy in spirituality. This show does not shy away from these topics of conversation and points of commentary, and showing what the world like this can look like from the point of view of its fantasy-like qualities. Would you like to know more? The most important thing that a new fan and person coming into this franchise for the first time should know is that when watching everything that takes place in it, it is important for you to be able to have fun with it as much as possible. It has themes of what a kid's show might offer, and given some of the things that we've heard about what this particular adaptation is exploring with regards to mature rated themes, it is also going to have that to it as well. But again, most importantly, as somebody who has grown up with this cartoon and watched it many times, having fun with it as much as possible is the best thing you could possibly do for yourself when consuming each and every episode. The original cartoon was funny, it had action, it had emotional moments, it had moments of wisdom and learning, its dark themes as I mentioned, but above all else, it was fun. As a major fan of the franchise and the show, this is the one thing I can absolutely recommend a new fan uphold and take in as they go into it for the first time. Would you like to know more? One more thing that you should know before going in as a new fan is that there is a recurring side character in this entire show, not even just in Season 1, that is by far and maybe one of the most important side characters in the entirety of the show. He has given a great amount of memes, but also culturally has just left a major impact on the show that you absolutely must have fun with and have a good laugh about. Hardcore fans will know what I'm talking about. That character is called the Cabbage Merchant. You all might think I'm joking when I say this, but I am being dead serious. This guy is insanely important to the lore of Avatar. Just know that every time he shows up, you make sure that you remember that moment every time because it will resonate with you way more than you had ever thought previously. I could easily have ended off with any of the other points to make about what's important to know before going into the show, but he above all else was what I had to end off with. You have to save the best for last on these kinds of things. He is also being played and voiced by the original voice actor from the cartoon, so that's also another big surprise for all you new fans coming in. And so with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of my video. Again, most of what I talked about here in this video is meant to be a more general look on what Avatar is about with regards to the world, the story and plot synopsis of the original Season 1, who the Avatar is and what they are about, and then also the element, no pun intended, about the show that makes it unique apart from other fantasy franchises out there, which is of course the bending of the elements. My goal in this video was to absolutely not give away too much in case there are viewers of this video who are new to the world of Avatar and are ready to dive right in with the rest of us in a couple of days. There is so much that they have yet to see as new fans that I feel like should be saved for them to watch, and so again, I hope this video helps any new viewer and newcomer to the franchise who might be watching with us all come the 22nd. Now we get to the most important part of the video, which is to hear all your comments. Comment down below if there is one thing that you think a new fan of the franchise should know before going into watching the show. What would it be and why? If you did enjoy this video and are ready for Season 1, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and turn on that notification bell for whenever I upload in the future. To my fellow benders and all you new fans out there on your way out of Uncle Iroh's tea shop, be sure to let him know how much you appreciate his jasmine tea and his words of wisdom that come with it. I hope everyone here has a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you all soon for more Avatar.